Hey guys, it's Zach here, and today we're checking out a deeply striking film from the mind of Masumura Yasuzo. It's Red Angel, a black and white war film originally released in 1966. Arrow Video brings us the film anew in 2022, but before we check out the Blu-ray release, let's talk a bit about the film itself. Red Angel follows the incredibly dark story of Nishi Sakura, played by Wakao Ayako, a young Japanese nurse pulled into the depths of the Sino-Japanese War in 1939 to serve in the medical field. She's constantly transferred between the long-term wards and the increasingly urgent and dangerous front line, where she faces the unsettling realities and consequences of war in more ways than one, from needy and even physically abusive patients to weary doctors and uptight nurses. Nishi's story in all this sees her constantly exploited by those around her, soldiers coming in on their deathbeds wanting nothing but sexual relief, and the morphine-addicted Dr. Okabe needing someone to support him mentally while he struggles with the moral decisions of who lives and who doesn't. Despite the crumbling world around her, Nishi still has the time and energy for empathy. She truly cares about the people around her and doesn't see every body as a number, but rather an individual. Nishi does her best to help those in need, even as the future looks bleak and the war endless. In a sense, Red Angel is a harrowing cross between an exploitation film and an anti-war war film, told through the eyes of a single nurse who endures the many horrors. This movie is a carousel of gut-wrenching body horror, sorrowful sexual exploitation, and highly philosophical dialogue concerning life, death, and the choices each individual must make under the pressures of war. On top of all that, they managed to sneak in a bittersweet romance story as well, as Nishi Sakura slowly develops a relationship with Dr. Okabe. Overall, Red Angel is an experience I won't soon forget, even if I'm not sure how soon I'll want to revisit it either. The sound of a saw zipping back and forth against bone sent chills down my spine and will stick in my mind for the foreseeable future, just as the film as a whole will. Beyond the gruesome imagery is a story of morality, war, and human nature. I cautiously recommend you to check it out for yourself if you've the stomach for this sort of material, and let me know down in the comments what you think of the movie. Until then, we've got a new release from Arrow Video to check out and a physical copy to unbox, so let's head on over and see what we've got. Here we are with Arrow Video's release of Red Angel, starring Ayako Wakao and a film by Yasuzo Masumura. This newly commissioned artwork by Tony Stella pretty much captures the tone of the film. On the back, we have all our release information, and if we open up our case, we have a single Blu-ray disc on the right and a first printing booklet here on the left. The booklet runs 28 pages cover to cover and includes some basic information about Red Angel and this release, a selective filmography of director Masumura Yasuzo, and a 2021 article by Irene Gonzalez Lopez, titled, "In a Mad World, Only the Mad Are Sane." She writes about Red Angel's story with great analysis, and spotlights the heroine, Nishi Sakura, as played by Wakao Ayako. With that aside, we'll also find that the sleeve for our Blu-ray case is of course reversible, featuring the original poster work for Red Angel on the opposing side. This completes our look at the physical aspect of Arrow's release, so let's head on over and check out what all is included on the disc. Arrow Video presents Red Angel in high definition alongside the original uncompressed Japanese mono audio. Alongside the film itself, we get a brand new audio commentary track with Japanese cinema scholar David Desser, who right off the bat shares his knowledge of both Japanese history and Japanese cinema to bring us a formal but engaging audio track. Desser's analysis of the film itself is detailed, discussing cinematography techniques, subtle but meaningful writing, and historical information to enhance the background behind the film's story and depictions. A great listen for those interested in the wider scope of Red Angel. With the feature presentation aside, we have a handful of visual supplements to check out. First up is a newly filmed introduction to Red Angel with Japanese cinema expert Tony Raines. In this 12-minute video, Raines discusses Japan's relationship with war in the early 1900s and how after society began reforming, those who experienced the war firsthand began sharing memoirs and stories that eventually fed into cinema. He goes on to discuss Red Angel as a film and introduces us to some of the topics portrayed, including the role of our lead character Nishi. This video works nicely to summarize the film and its subject matter as a whole, rather than acting as a pure introduction prior to your first viewing. From here, we move on to our other major video bonus, a visual essay by film critic Jonathan Rosenbaum, titled, "Not All Angels Have Wings." Running a bit under 14 minutes long, Rosenbaum's essay introduces his long-term dive into Masumura's filmography, and how Red Angel was the first film that sparked his research. He discusses Red Angel from many viewpoints, as a war film, as an exploitation film, and as another chapter within Masumura's extensive yet highly unexplored filmography. A great bonus feature to have for fans of the director in particular. With that, however, we've covered the majority of our release and can round it out with our usual fare of inclusions. We get 2 original Japanese trailers for Red Angel, as well as an image gallery containing 8 photographs and promos. Overall, we have a solid entry into Arrow Video's continually expanding library of Japanese cinema, and another great pick for fans of Masumura's work. Red Angel may not be for everyone, but its niche audience will find a real gem here with its exploratory writing and uncomfortable subject matter. For now, thank you all for joining me here on Pajama Theater. Like this video to support the channel, and subscribe for more Arrow Video and other boutique label reviews. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of this release, and until then, take care and I'll see you guys next time.